Alright, Torchic, I'm gonna try and turn you into a water type. Did it work? Just kidding, Torchic is fine. So last year I took a starter trio, being the Univan starters, and swapped their types around to see what fun creatures could come from such a concept. Honestly, not a hit, but I loved them and I have an idea for another starter trio, so let me introduce you to the Hoenn starters. I don't know why I'm introducing you to them. I don't know, famously unknown. I actually do have a fakemon in my Plentora KyephaDex called Mudkip, who I will be reinventing for this video, but I never did any convergent forms of Trico and Torchic. Essentially, the concept of this video is type swapping the Hoenn starters, but designing them as convergent Pokemon. Depending on how I feel at 1 AM when I upload this video, that may or may not be the title. Right, so we are starting off with Trico, starter number 1. I've never really used Trico in my Hoenn playthroughs, it's always been Mudkip for me. Recently I did play Emerald and use Torchic, which was a lot of fun, and so now I'm playing Ruby with a Trico, and it's very difficult. I can see why I haven't done this. I don't know if I'm just really bad at the game or not, but I cannot beat Watson. It's killing me and my whole team. It doesn't matter anyway, as that playthrough is on hold while I shiny hunt for a Poochyena. Speaking of, I should probably return to that. So instead of being a gecko, I want Trico to be some kind of lizard or general reptile creature. It's also going to be a fire type because I am incredibly original. One of the main features I'm giving it to reinforce its transformation from amphibian to reptile is a lovely tongue just poking out, kind of like a snake. Chinese zodiac theory confirmed. My fire starter is a snake, or snake adjacent. I started off with this crouching kind of pose, or just a general bent over pose, but it looked weird and not within the parameters of my Vision TM, so I'm just gonna redo that part. Much better. Starting off with its arms definitely helped me figure out how the rest of its body would carry on in this posing. Instead of its giant leaf thwacker tail thing, I gave it a slender, kind of dinosaur-like tail. It's almost like a Charmander, really, hence the originality. The skin has some texture, as reptiles generally do, and I also fixed the eye by shifting the position of the pupil because it was kinda looking cross-eyed. The final touch before coloring was to give it this flame thing on the back. It's just a thing that comes with the territory of a fire starter, I feel. A lot of them have random flames on their bodies, sometimes being used as a life source. Now for the color. Red. That's it. It's a fire starter. I don't know what you expect. Very much hitting home on the Charmander vibes as well. Nextly, it is the prince himself, water type Torchic, or Porchic. I really like this guy. I just think he's super neat. I started off with its head and face because I find those to be the trickiest Torchic elements to get right. I then moved down the body and started to fill in some basic watery elements like this curly fur, feathers, I don't know, it's still a bird. Torchic is a chicken, so Porchic is going to be a duck. I don't think it counts as a convergent species if they're already very similarly related, but also are chickens and ducks super similar? Like, just because two animals are part of the same class, it doesn't mean they're super closely related, right? Like, we're mammals, but does that mean we're very closely related to I don't know, jerboas? I don't think so. But you know, if you're a biologist and disagree, then let me know in the comments. Anyways, I finished drawing in its webbed feet and then drew in some head feathers, which are a lot more rounded than its fiery counterpart here. Speaking of feathers, I refreshed its collar, which needed a lot more work. The colors are kind of unexpected. I think water type starters are generally primarily blue, but this time I've gone in a more teal, nearly green color direction here, or I haven't, and the color blindness strikes again. Let me know in the comments. Speaking of color blindness, I learned that reverse colorblind tests exist, so I'm gonna show you this one, and if you're colorblind, then congrats, you get to see what it is, and if you're not colorblind, then tough luck. Okay, Porchic is done, so now it's time to move on to our last little Pokemon of the week. Enter Mudkip. Well, what will become Mudkip at least. I mentioned earlier on that I already have a canonical Mudkip in my KyephaDex series, guys, so this version of Mudkip you can think of as being an alternate take on the same idea. It's not a redesign or in any way affiliated with the OG, I'm just reusing the name and general design concept because it works for this video. It's a KyephaDex on YouTube exclusive. It's a knockoff. Oh my god guys, it's the first ever Mirage KyephaDex, except it's not a plush. Anyways, we're getting way off track. I don't have a specific flower in mind for this guy's bud. It's gonna be kind of like Bulbasaur in that it just has something growing from it. In this case, the top of its head. An important design detail is that Mudkip must look floral. Something I think I partially succeeded in with my KyephaDex design, but I really want to drive it home now that I have the opportunity to do a whole new take. That's probably gonna look similar to the old take, let's just be honest. Mudkip will smile because it's a happy little guy, why wouldn't it want to? For some reason, like Torchic, Mudkip's face is just hard to draw, and it's not because it has a very complicated face, it's actually the opposite. It's just so damn basic, but the proportions are incredibly tight and specific, so if you make the tiniest little error, it completely derails the design and makes it look uncanny, which, when doing a convergent design, is a huge no-no. Otherwise, it just looks like a weird bootleg on the original design. I hope I'm explaining myself right. I referenced a real flower bud for the bud part because I didn't want to make it look strange and unrealistic. Honestly, with a reference, this is a much easier design to interpret. The tail stumped me a little bit because I wasn't really sure how to parallel Mudkip's tail, but then I wondered if perhaps a leaf could be an elegant way to translate the design into that of a grass type. The answer? Yeah, I get the same general shape and then the markings of the leaf become similar to that of the fin on Mudkip's butt. Happy days. I gave it a bigger smile to use up some negative space on its jaw, and it really helped bring the other proportions together. Sometimes a small change can make all the difference. That's some life advice I'll just give you for free. My design is primarily green with some yellow and pink accents. It did take a little bit of tweaking to get all of the tones and hues correct, but I got there in the end, and I'm pretty stoked with how it all looks. So now that Mudkip is done, I reckon it's high time we take a look at all of the brand new type-swapped Hoenn starter Pokemon. Starting off with Fleeko, the Flare Lizard Pokemon, and a fire type. It has the ability Blaze and the hidden ability Flash Fire. It bears a striking resemblance to Trico. When it needs to wait for prey, it buries itself in warm sand. Fleeko feasts on Bramblin and uses their bones to add calluses to its body. This makes it be able to retain warm sand on its skin. It just loves that warm sand, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Nextly, we have Torchic, the duck Pokemon, and a water type. It has the ability Torrent and the hidden ability Hydrophobic, which makes it immune to water type moves. Field research shows that Torchic is generally unaware of its surroundings, often lost in thought. That is a downside for its survival. Its feathers repel water so efficiently that they were once used as a material for luxury outerwear. And finally, it's Mudkip, the pip leaf Pokemon, and a grass fairy type. It has the ability Overgrow and the hidden ability Triage. The flower bud on its head is an incredibly efficient synthesizer. Mudkip only needs 10 minutes of rest per day. When it's in danger, Mudkip will swash its leaf-like tail, which emits a faint sound that other Mudkip can hear. That's my Mudkip. Well then, those are some more type-swapped starter Pokemon, this time done in the form of Convergence, because I don't think I make enough of those on this channel. Do you like them? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every single Fakemon Friday or Saturday if you live in Mirage Island, just like me. And of course, a big Hoennian shout out to our channel members. Viva la Kyepha Nation, as I always say. Okay, I think I should go down and grab Torchic.